Hello, my name is Michaela Davis, and today I am going to be talking about how you can adopt an animal and why you should adopt an animal, and all the information that you need to know to adopt an animal from an animal shelter. To start off, I have adopted 6 animals from an animal shelter, and I am speaking from first-hand experience and gonna share with you all of the details how to adopt and everything inside of that. It is important and necessary to look at all the factors while adopting an animal. Not only does this encourage a deeper understanding of the animal that you'll be adopting, but it also it also allows you to know the animal's conditions and what they were in their past life and what you're getting yourself into. Animals who live in cages all their life is not a healthy way to live for the animals. I wouldn't want to be living in a cage all my life, so I'm sure they don't. Today I'll be talking to you about adoption, poor environment, and overpopulation, and all these elements are the beauty of adopting animals. I have volunteered for an animal shelter for about 6 years, and I still am raising the dogs that I adopted from the animal shelter. I am fascinated with the knowledge of adopting animals because you're saving a life and you're rehoming them to a better place, hopefully. The first point that I'll be informing you about is the knowledge of adopting animals. Then I'll be talking about the poor environment that the animals live in the shelters. And lastly, I'll be talking to you about the overpopulation of the animals in the shelters today. To get started, adopting animals is not only beneficial for the consumer, but for the animal as well. According to Helping Hands Humane Society, all animals at our shelter are needing a second chance. They have been lost, given up, or abandoned. They're all unwanted, and you can give them a new life and a loving home. Adopting an animal will create a space for another animal that is running on the streets or that is abandoned or sick or that needs love and attention. Every year, 6 million animals are rescued and placed in an animal shelter and are needing a forever home, according to the Helping Hands Humane Society. Now that I have discussed how to adopt an animal, I will be talking about the poor environment that the animals are living in the animal shelters. Animals who are taken in by the animal shelter are usually taken in by volunteers who don't get paid to work there, and they are just there to help people. The environment that the animals can live in is very dirty, smelly, and not good for them. According to the PETA, common problems include dirty conditions, lack of veterinary help, lack of food or water, poor record keeping of the animals, and being accidentally euthanized, and lack of spay and neuter requirements. The reason that an animal shelter can have a bad condition is because of the lack of volunteers and the attention that is given to the animals being stuck in a cage all day. So this means not every day an animal is going to get walked, or the urine or the poop is going to get cleaned up, and they're going to be living in that situation until somebody helps them. To help this situation, if more volunteers were present, then the amount of attention that an animal should get would be there and concluded. After highlighting the environment that animals are in an animal shelter, I will lastly be talking about the overpopulation of animals in the United States. The overpopulation of animals in America is unreal, and according to the World Animal Foundation, each year in the United States, 27 million animals are born in the United States. Around 4 million of these are euthanized, and the other half are put in animal shelters or going to homes or wherever they go. The overpopulation of animals in America is due to not spaying or neutering their animals. When a family spays or neuters their animal, there is one less animal that can be produced and cannot add to the overpopulation crisis. The overpopulation crisis is also making a lot of animals be euthanized that don't need to be euthanized, and just to make room for the animal shelters. So like usually animal shelters will have dogs in there for 3 days, and then if they don't get adopted or found their home, they get euthanized, and we need to stop that. Furthermore, the overpopulation of animals in America can be prevented. In conclusion, I have highlighted the significance of adopting animals from an animal shelter, and I have discussed the importance of adopting animals, and I have emphasized the poor conditions that the animals suffer from. Lastly, I have discussed the overpopulation crisis of animals within our community. Animals who live in cages all their life is not a healthy way to live. So today I informed you about the adoption, poor environment, and overpopulation. I hope that this gives you insight on how to adopt animals and why it is important to adopt animals. Thank you. Have a good day.